Right, so I was supposed to film yesterday at the Lift London event, but to be honest, it was just a lot of queuing, so there wasn't really anything to film. But off that subject, the Gymshark event was it was really good. There was a lot of stuff going on, but it was just a shame that you couldn't really meet everyone there, because you had to wait so long in these massive queues. And I think because it was the first day as well, there's probably over 10,000 people there. It was just ridiculous. So you just couldn't meet everyone. I must say, being at the lifting event yesterday, I felt like a twig. There were so many like massive people there. I mean, in terms of size wise, the photo I took with Jack Eagles, he just is an absolute monster compared to me in size. Just ridiculous. But then it puts the drive back in myself to really push the food, push the training, just to like achieve like a good size. But been training for 5 years. I'd say at least 2 of the years was just learning how to do everything properly, learning different ways, techniques, form. And then I'd say like the last couple years, well, these last 2 years coming into 3 or however long, it's been like actual training really hard, knowing what I've got to do, training to absolute failure. And then in the amongst of that, you're still just learning how to do everything in general. I don't think I've ever stopped really learning how to do different things in the gym. Like, so the variations of just lat exercises you can do. I know I can do something different and it will be similar, and get the same results as I were to do the other one. Where I think that's where gym knowledge does come into play, really. But we're going to hit an absolute disgusting leg session. I just want to obliterate them. I think we'll start out with some squats, get the legs fired up nicely. That's fine. I think I'll move up to 80 and do a set of that, see how that feels, and after that I think we'll move up, maybe some 90, and we'll move on to 100 kilos, see if we can beat 3 reps from last session, and I think we'll move on to somebody else. See how 90 feels. I really hope that feels alright. Because I want to make this weight go up. So I want to hit 140 by the end of the year. And I think the way the training's going, I think there's quite a high possibility of that. know, the bench went up, what, nearly 20 kilos. Not really that long. Don't know about the deadlift, but we will find out soon. I think all the lifts are going pretty well at the moment, but I think it really is time to start pushing it harder. Also, in the comments, at what weight do you think it's acceptable to chuck the knee wraps on? Bearing in mind 100, I wouldn't say it's my top, I wouldn't say it's the heaviest weight I can squat at the moment. I reckon I could probably go up to about, I think we could get 120 for a single. So let's just hypothetically say 120, I can get 120 for a single, right? I personally think at 100 kilos, I think the wraps can go on, just for that extra little bit of stability. But I would like to hear everyone else's opinion on it. Not worried. I do the squats because I'm trying to each week increase the weight because I want my squat to go up. So by doing squats at the start of every leg session and progressively overloading it each session, each week, I know that my squat will go up. So that's why I've kept my compound lifts in, like the squat, deadlift and bench, because I want those lifts to go up, because by the end of the year I want to hit those numbers. So I think doing it this way just makes it that little bit easier. So I do like the wraps, right? Because I feel like they add a bit more stability. The only thing is, they do take absolutely ages to put on. You have to loop this bit around your leg, pull it up, wrap it round, not tight enough, otherwise you'll just cut off the circulation to your leg. So you do that one, not as tight, to put that one on, and then you have to re-tighten both, and then squat straight away, or your legs they'll just be cut off, and by the time you get to the squat, you just can't do it. Nice. I think that was my best rep of 100 kilos yet. Well, that felt like it. I really need to get some knee sleeves, but I just don't know which ones to get. I don't know if they add the same support, as the wraps, which is why I bought the wraps. I bought the wraps because they had that extra bit of stability that you may not necessarily be able to get in knee sleeves. You could say the same thing with elbow wraps. I use the sleeves instead of the wraps, but I feel like the wraps would be better. With the wraps, I never have to buy a new pair because these can just stretch. Knee sleeves, theoretically, if your legs just suddenly grew, those knee sleeves that you bought, they're not going to fit anymore. So then you've got to spend X amount to buy new knee sleeves when you could have just bought wraps and only had to buy one pair because they don't last. Now, I think a sensible weight to go up to would be 110. It would be. It should be. But it might not be. Might go up to 120, revisit an old friend previously we got the max squat for a single we got to was 130. That was the last bulk, and we did some cutting. You know, this is the other end. This is the 3 months, 4 months into the bulk now. So, you know, you can safely say the weight should progress upwards. So I think we'll be sensible. We'll go for 110. We'll see how that goes. If it does, you know, moves nicely, you know, happy with the depth, I think we'll go up to 120, and we'll just go from there. I think that's all we can do. Right, so we're going to be going for 120 kilos. I think we're just going to see how this goes. 110, although it moved and probably was the best, didn't really move the way I wanted it to. I've no idea what the depth was like on that. We got it. Right, so I think we're gonna end off. I'm just doing a set of 100. And we'll just see how many reps we can get, I think. And after that, we might go down to a little drop set. We'll just take 2 20s off, rep out 60, then move on to some RDLs. So I just had a look at the 120 squat. The depth wasn't that great, but I mean, it went down to some degree. Just maybe not as much as I'd want it to. But that's okay. We now know our top single is 120, so we can move up from that. But I think now we're just going to see how 100 moves, how many reps we can get. Our best set so far with 100 kilos has been 3 reps. Measly 3 reps. So I think it's time to get a bit more than that. Just going to send it, I think. Oh no. Oh, it's going on. Oh, dear. Two more plates. I'll do.
Oh, was that 9? So 1 off. I don't think that's too bad. Belt's not on. Let's move on to some leg extensions. Oh. Oh. Oh, God. One more like that, and leg curls. God. Oh. 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 That's evil. Oh. 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 Oh.
Right, so that's the gym session over. I think that went pretty well. 120 for a squat, maybe not the greatest depth, but you know, it went down then it went up. So, and also, what was it, 100 kilos for 6 or 7 reps. That's pretty good. But well, if you've made it this far to the video, just let me know what you think, how the videos are going, what you'd like to see, and yeah,